What is up, guys? I'm just creating a short little video for you here. I was just, going through this exercise today, and I found it so powerful for myself and liberating to let go of things that are holding me back. And I just wanted to share this quick video with you. So, this is an exercise that I discovered through one of Don Miguel Ruiz Jr.'s book called The Mastery of Self. And I just wanted to share this exercise because I think it's incredible and life-changing, and you have to try it. Just get a sheet of paper out, and you can do this yourself, and it's super awesome. So I'm going to get started. So, identifying attachments. So an attachment could be an item, a person, a belief, a role that you may have, or like a job, a body image, or an idea that you hold, right? And so I'll just share an example of a belief that I came across for myself. And ultimately, the reason that we do this is to build awareness, because we are, what Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. says, we are very domesticated through life and society and, the things that we're taught and told based off of being either rewarded or punished based on the things that we do growing up. And so these attachments to things can blur our perception of a reality, kind of like that smoke and mirrors that he mentions. And so it's important to recognize and realize where the fog is in our life, but based off of these attachments that we hold on to. So an example of a belief that I wrote down was, I am not deserving of being rich because I'm not skilled enough, talented enough, or looked at as an authority. So that's something I wrote down. You can write down an item, a person, belief, whatever it is that you feel like you are attached to that might be holding you back. And so the question that you then ask is, how does this affect me? And you can get more specific, like how does it affect my relationships? How does it affect X, Y, and Z? But for this one, I'm going to keep it simple and say, how does this affect me? So in my case, let's see if I can do bullets here. No, I'll just keep it like that. Oh, here we go. We'll just keep it like this. So what I wrote down was, how does this affect me? This affects me by not stepping into my personal power, not asking for the money I believe that I'm worth, not asking for not seeing myself as an authority, thinking of my flaws rather than believing in my strengths, so you can think of whatever your attachment is. How does it affect you? For me, when I read this, when this belief came or this thought came into my head, I wrote down that this affects me by not stepping into my personal power, not asking for the money I believe I'm worth, not seeing myself as an authority, thinking of my flaws rather than believing in my strengths. This leads to me comparing myself to others, being fearful of what others think of me, fearful of how someone might react to my pricing, feeling that there is someone better than me out there who will do a better job. And all of these things are just not serving me, right? It's like when I get on the phone with a potential prospect or a client, if I'm holding these beliefs and I'm holding these false attachments, then the person who I'm speaking with or the person that I'm interacting with, they can feel that energy, and that affects everything that I'm doing. And so everything is energy at the end of the day. And if you are doing work or doing high ticket coaching or doing something that is supposed to be of high value, but you don't feel high value yourself, and you carry this energy inside of you, that's going to be reflected outward, and people are going to feel that. They're going to feel that nervous energy, and they're going to feel those things that you're holding on to internally that you ultimately need to let go in order to reach a new vibrational level and take that step to building yourself up and building your self-empowerment. So that's ultimately what this is about, is we need to identify these attachments that we're holding on to in order to step into our new power. So then once you write down how does this affect me, you can delete that, or if you're writing it out on paper, toss that in the trash, get a new sheet of paper out, or have a new column and write a powerful statement that is empowering, and write out, in my case, I wrote out this, which I will copy and paste in here. So this is my statement. I am now letting go of this attachment, this false belief about myself, which holds me back from becoming the greatest version of myself. I am talented enough. I am skilled enough. I am confident in myself and my abilities. I do see myself as a leader and authority figure. I do see myself as rich. I am a person of high value. My thoughts determine my actions, which shape my reality of how I show up in this world and how others perceive me. I choose to step into this power with full faith and belief in myself. Just reading that statement out loud to yourself, it's such a good feeling when you just put all this out on paper and you write it out. And that's what I did at first. I wrote all this out on paper, and I felt like it's so freeing knowing and just accepting where you're at too. And that's part of this attachment, is first we have to become aware of what it is that's actually holding us back, instead of trying to bury these things and just build ourselves up with positivity and affirmations. We have to get to the root, and we have to figure out, how do we build a strong foundation? And so in order to build this strong foundation, you have to get really clear on that awareness and bring that awareness to what it is that you are attached to, and letting go of those attachments that don't serve you. Because ultimately, when we become so attached to things like outcomes, or for an example, if I become so attached to creating this video and hoping that it gets a bunch of views, I'm thinking about the outcome of this video and the views and all the things that don't really matter. It takes away from my enjoyment of this process and this creative process of just filming something authentic and putting out valuable content, which I ultimately just want to be doing. And that goes a long way. The energy that you put behind your work, if you're not so worried about the outcomes and the attachments and the things like that, the more you can step into the present moment and start really feeling into this power. So write out your powerful statement here, read it out loud to yourself, throw away the other stuff, and I hope that this exercise helped, and let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.